An open letter from a brown writer to his brown daughters who both dream of writing. For Ayana, Dakota, and 30,000 of our closest friends in Austin, Texas. 1. Write. Just write. Be it poem or prose, true or false, get it out of you and onto the page. I firmly believe we would have more brown readers if we had more brown writers. You have a responsibility here, as do I, not to ourselves, but to that skinny 10-year-old girl from the barrio or from the fields who has read 27 books from beginning to end in her short life and never loved one of them completely because she has yet to read a story that sounds like her own. 2. For every white male writer the teacher assigns you to read, find a Latina writer to read as well. Don't let anyone tell you the numbers will never add up. I'll get you started here with a short list. Julia Alvarez, Sandra Rodriguez Barón, Sandra Binetes, Ana Castillo, Sandra Cisneros, Denise Chavez, Judith Ortiz Golfer, Angie Cruz, Cynthia Cruz, Natalie Diaz, Laura Esquivel, Cristina Garcia, Eda Limón, Esmeralda Santiago, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Estos son solos algunos entre la multitud. These are merely a few among the multitude. 3. You don't have to go to far-off galaxies in your mind's eye for poems. Start in your grandmother's kitchen, El Jardín de su Madre. Listen to the lovers quarrel at the taqueria. Watch closely as the tortillas bubble and blacken on the comal. Feel your tia's hands as she returns from the fields or the classroom or the office. There are poems and stories all around you just waiting to be found. Sometimes you don't even have to look for them. We are a loud people. We love loudly. We live loudly. Just sit in the middle of all that noise and silence yourself. The poem will find you. 4. In many stories, they, and in some instances, we, assign our women characters to the role of curandera, field worker, maid, or nanny, and we are those things. Those things are honest and good and worthy of being written about. We should be writing about those people. But I challenge you to remember that they are also teachers and poets and doctors and senators and dreamers and song singers and majority vote getters in political presidential elections. When you're creating your characters, mija, many times inspired by living, breathing women, you must remember who you are, where you come from, and who you are destined to be. 5. When writing a poem, you must know that sometimes the word for what you want to say does not exist in English. In those moments, I want you to fall back in la lengua de sus abuelas, the tongue of your grandmother. A little white cross beside the road to mark the spot where someone has tragically died. That is 16 English words, all trying to say one tragically poetic thing, but they still fall short. Pero la palabra en español. But the word in Spanish, descanso. That says it all. 6. It won't always be this way, but for now, many editors, many publishers, many men will see you as brown, see you as woman, before they see you as equal, before they see you as anything else. Perhaps for your daughter or theirs, it will be different, but you must know at times the fight is rigged, unfair, but you are your mother's daughters. Even before you are my daughters. If that means anything, it means you will fight. You will right. You will right all of the wrongs of the world. 7. You come from women who grew things from the land, food from the earth, food for their people, something from nothing. Photosynthesis is a fancy word they made up to define our magic. A magic that exists in you. Remember that magic when you stare at the blank page. Remember that magic when they try and make you feel less than. You, strong, brown women, were born to rise. 8. Your strength is stronger than their ignorance. 9. Trust your voice, my daughters. It took me a lifetime to learn that. Don't let it take you as long. Know that the world is ready for your voice. Your time is now. We are listening. I am listening. I'm listening to every single one of you. I've grown weary of my own voice. I want to hear yours. Like you, I hope my writing changes someone, heals them, charges them to act, but I'm too close to my own writing for it to have that effect on me. So I'm waiting for your poem, your story to save me in every way a person can be saved. So speak, sing, write, press the pencil down hard when you do. Trust me when I say you will leave an impression on things you were not intending to impress. And lastly, 10, finally, Mija, your heart is free. Have the courage to write from that place inside you where love resides, where beauty resides, where freedom resides. When you do, you will come to the undeniable truth that no man can build his wall around your voice. Gracias, Patrón.